Hello everyone and welcome to Evolution of Metal Slug Games. Metal Slug is a 1996 run-and-gun arcade video game originally developed by Nosca Corporation. Set in 2028, players assume the role of Peregrine Falcon Strike Force soldiers Marco Rossi and Tarma roving on a fight against the rebel army led by Donald Morden. Metal Slug 2 was released in 1998. Metal Slug 2 introduces the ability for characters to transform during the course of the game, as well as doubling the number of available player characters from 2 to 4. Metal Slug 2 introduces in-game characters to help the player in battle. Metal Slug X is an upgraded version of Metal Slug 2. The main differences to the original release include additional weapons, stones, Iron Lizard, Enemy Chaser, Super Grenade, and Drop Shot, additional power-ups, items, and prisoners in.
Thank you.
Metal Slug First Mission is a 1999 run-and-gun video game developed by Yukio-tei and published by SNK for Neo Geo Pocket Color. Grenades are thrown by pressing the option button to switch, then fire. This was changed in the sequel. When the game is completed once, another character becomes playable. Metal Slug 3 was released in 2000. A new feature in Metal Slug 3 is the branching path system. In most missions, there are forking paths from which the player must choose one, each with their own obstacles and each of varying length and difficulty. All paths eventually lead to the same boss battle. Metal Slug Second Mission was released in 2000. Gameplay is similar to the rest of the Metal Slug series in gameplay, but with noted improvements in graphics and controls from the original Neo Geo Pocket Color game, Metal Slug First Mission. Metal Slug 4 was released in 2002. A bonus scoring system was added that allows the player to be rewarded depending on how many enemies are killed in the time allotted. The time allotted is determined from the type of emblem that is picked up. A time meter will appear on the top of the screen. Metal Slug 5 was released in 2003. The most important addition is a sliding move. Pressing the B button when ducking will make your character slide for a short time in the ground, which can be helpful to avoid some enemy attacks. During the sliding, you'll not be able to throw grenades, but your gun can be fired normally. Metal Slug 3D is a 2006 third-person shooter run-and-gun video game for the PlayStation 2. The game also introduces full three-dimensional movement to the series to coincide with its 3D presentation, which uses super deformed characters. Upgrades and customization are some of the largest new features. Metal Slug 6 was released in 2006. Metal Slug 6 adds a number of new slugs as well as a new weapon, the Zansu Sword, which allows the player's melee weapon to emit lethal energy waves that can neutralize enemy firepower. Metal Slug 6 introduces a new play mechanic dubbed the Weapon Stock System. Metal Slug 7 was released in 2008. The usual weapons make their return from the series, including a new weapon called Thundershot, which fires a homing electric blast to the enemy. Metal Slug 7 uses the Nintendo DS touchscreen as a map of the level, making it easier for the player to look at the level. Metal Slug XX is an upgraded version of Metal Slug 7. Metal Slug XX includes various single-player features in the form of a combat school that lets players return to previously completed missions while executing various objectives. A POW list that shows how many POWs were rescued in each level, and single-player rankings. Metal Slug Defense is a tower defense game created by SNK Playmore for iOS and Android mobile devices. The gameplay is a 1 versus 1 tower defense strategy game with 2 sites on either side of the stage where units are spawned. Metal Slug Revolution was a 2015 run-and-gun mobile game with RPG elements. The game was a run-and-gun title, offering stages with a variety of objectives, such as defeating all enemies, rescuing a number of prisoners, or clearing time trials. Metal Slug Attack was a 2016 tower defense game created by SNK Playmore for iOS and Android mobile devices. Much like its predecessor, at the core of this game is the 2D one-on-one subgenre of tower defense, strategy, with two bases on either side of the level where units are spawned. Metal Slug Commander was a 2021 card-based mobile game. The group is split into two layers. The first and third units are on the upper layer, while the second, fourth, and fifth units are on the bottom layer. A unit's positioning on the battleground affects the distance they are from the enemy.
Laser gun.
Metal Slug Awakening was released in 2022. The game features new playable characters alongside the 6 heroes from the main series. Like Metal Slug 6 onward, each character has their own abilities and skills. Characters are recruited by collecting tokens given by rewards or using the various dig gaches in the mining site. Metal Slug Tactics is an upcoming tactical role-playing game developed by Lightyear Studio and published by Dotemu. After a long time being hidden in a country opposed to the world government, he patiently staged a coup d'etat and is finally ready to take revenge upon the world with the army he gathered throughout the years. The Peregrine Falcons will have to do everything in their power to make it through the enemy lines.